Z tej strony Nikola, witam Was w kolejnym odcinku z serii Twarze Eurowizji, a dziś jest ze mną Zoë Më, the Swiss representative in Eurovision 2025. Hello!
Hello, Poland!
So I would like to ask you, how are your preparations? Because today it's 30th of April when we're recording it, and in 2 weeks it will be after the first semi-final in which you are performing. So how are your preparations?
Can you imagine? That's crazy. The preparations went well. Like, we know what we want to do on stage. We have tested everything, outfits, cameras, everything. But now we have to see how it works on stage. So that would be the next step for us to see what do we need to change in order for it to work on that stage as well, and not just on the stage that we had for our preparations.
And now I would like to start from the beginning. How did it happen that you are going to represent Switzerland in Eurovision? Tell us everything.
Spill the tea. No, so I sent my song. I submitted my song in August. Every year, every August, there is everyone in Switzerland can send in a song, and I did that for Voyage. And then every year there are around 400 songs that get submitted, and it's an internal selection, so there are juries listening to all the songs and kind of cutting every round more songs, and it's a very secretive process, so even we as artists, we don't know a lot about it. But in the end, I was called in December, and they told me, it's you're gonna go to Eurovision. And since then, we've been preparing for Eurovision, and it's been the journey was really an amazing time so far.
So how do you feel about being the host entry? You're actually the first Swiss host entry since 1989, so it's a big honor, I think, right?
It's a big honor. It's a big honor, and especially because I was born in Basel, and the contest is going to be in Basel. So I'm not only kind of hosting Eurovision for the country, but also for the city that I was born in. So that makes it extra special.
So what do you recommend to do in Basel? Because you come from Basel, so tell us something for the tourists who are coming.
Yeah. I heard that the whole city is turning into a Eurovision city, so I think that would be super exciting for everyone, because everywhere will be a party. But then what I love about Basel is there is the big river that separates two sides of the city, and you can take a boat and go over the river by boat, and that's a really, really nice thing to do.
Perfect. So now let's talk about your song, Voyage. What is the song about? What is your message to European audience?
My message is, the song is about spreading kindness. When I wrote the song, I thought that there is a lot of negativity in the world at the moment, and I think we need to come together as people and be kind to each other, support each other. And I sing in the song that flowers are more beautiful if we water them instead of cutting them, because for me, people are just like flowers, and if we treat each other in a kind way, we can all become the most beautiful flowers. So it's all about, the song is called Voyage, which means journey. It's all about inviting people on this journey where they will see that flowers are more beautiful that way.
And why did you decide to sing in French? The first one was the song, or you were I want to go to Eurovision with the French song? How did it happen?
So if you listen to my other songs, I always write either in French or German, or sometimes I write in both languages. So I knew that I was going to write a song either in German or French or both languages. But then I chose just French because for me, the message of the song was, I wanted the song to sound really soft, and kind of, I wanted people to escape into a different universe with the song when they listen to it. And for me, French is the language that feels like that. It feels really soft. It feels like kind of escaping the real world for a moment. So that's why I chose just French. But really, it could have also been in German.
Okay, so my next question would be, do you have any Eurovision memories, or the first Eurovision memory?
One Eurovision memory that I think is really funny is that when Nemo won last year, one of the producers of the song is a good friend of mine, and he called me after their win and was like, Zoe, it's so incredible here. You have to see it. I hope really that one day you're gonna do Eurovision, because that would be amazing. And it's so funny to me now thinking about this call, because, well, 1 year later I'm doing Eurovision as an artist as well. So that was really an absurd kind of moment, and yeah, one of my favorite memories for sure.
And maybe do you have some favorites Eurovision song?
Yeah, I mean, so many songs. I think it's hard to only choose one. I always say my favorite one is Ama Pelos Dois from Portugal, 2017. But that's just the one I'll say it's my favorite overall. But there are so many good Eurovision songs that, yeah, it's the list could be endless.
And now when we are talking, you are just like after the pre-parties. Tell us something about it. How did you spend that time during the pre-parties?
The pre-parties were really fun. We met a lot of, I met a lot of artists, and the artists are also sweet. I think this year is really a cool year. And what I think is also interesting is that I mean, obviously all the people that are watching this video are Eurovision fans, but if you don't know Eurovision, you have to go to a pre-party and you will understand what Eurovision is about.
Perfect. And you also met almost every contestant from that year. And I would like to ask you if you had the chance to do a collab with some of the artists from this year, who would it be?
I did already a lot of collabs with artists from this year. They are also sweet. I mean, I did with Gojo, with Vi, with Kyle Alessandro. I did with Adonis. I did with Kai, with JJ, like so many artists, and they are really so sweet. And I think in Basel I'm just gonna meet more of the artists and hopefully have time for like even more collabs. But at the moment I don't know, because there will be so much going on. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Of course, we are keeping. And now you will perform 19th in the Eurovision final. We already know that. And can you tell us anything about the performers, or everything is a big secret?
So I can tell you that the performance is gonna be like, there will be references to the music video, but not in an obvious way. So you have to really be a detective. And then, I mean, my creative director is Theo Adams, who did UK last year. So of course it's going to be very different from what they did last year, but Theo Adams for me is a creative director who's very radical, and that's also what we're going to do, but like with Voyage. It's going to be really true to who I am as an artist and person, but in a radical way.
And one of my last questions is, who are your musical inspirations, like overall, not only from Eurovision?
Well, I think overall my inspirations are not just about music. Sometimes it's also about how the artists are, how they present themselves. So for me, artists that I really love are artists that just create whole worlds that really, where you feel like their music becomes a world, and also artists that kind of stay true to who they are and stay grounded and in touch with the people who support them. So that's my main inspirations, and I love artists like French artists like Zoë Më. She's a young artist, or like artists like Ray, Stromae. I think there are so many cool artists.
Yes, so little time till Eurovision. So what can we wish to you before this fun but also difficult time?
You know, in French you say bon voyage, which means like good luck on your journey. So I think you can just say bon voyage.
Yeah, so bon voyage. Thank you so much for this short talk, and good luck to you in Eurovision final, because we are seeing you in the final, we already know that. A wam wszystkim oglądającym dziękuję bardzo za uwagę i oczywiście wspierajcie Zoe podczas eurowizyjnego finału już 17 maja. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. How do you say thank you in Polish?
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję.
Perfect. Thank you and bon voyage.